Well, hello, folks. This is Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. This is a Raw Houston Review. Well, the Raw Houston Review. Considering that literally a few minutes ago, a couple big swerves happened. Probably ones I should have seen coming, but even WWE, even wrestling can shock me here and there. But before we get to that, we're going to start off with basically the bullet point edition. So obviously everybody is not here. Well, they're here. I'm just kind of review here by myself. They were busy doing stuff. So anyway, here's this. Mr. Fuji graphic at the beginning. That was nice. It was a nice little tribute. They did a tribute package to him later in the show. That was pretty cool. New set. It seems like they're doing a new set each week, like for each venue. They're like just taking the set and tweaking it a little bit. I have no problem with it, but don't go spending too much damn money because otherwise it doesn't always feel fresh. Freshen up the set every few months and it's fine. You had Owens, Cass, Rollins, and Reigns in the ring with the Universal Championship. Corey Graves doing the moderation. Owens was gold, just trolling people like we aren't supposed to be nice. God, we're so happy to be here. That was great stuff by Owens. Cass held his own. Rollins was fine. Reigns didn't really talk much. He just started punching people. Kind of what they needed to start doing with Reigns about 2 years ago. But anyway, then again, about 2 years ago, he had an incarcerated hernia. Good thing he got over that. I certainly wouldn't want him injured. But it was fine. And, of course, Cass having to take a dig at Rollins. And, I mean, what a dig it was. Saying, but size matters. And I'm like, wow, or size does matter. I'm like, damn. They made Cass go there with, a dick joke to Rollins. But that was funny. Anyway, Neville and Jericho was fine. It was good. The Lion Tamer spot at the end with Jericho going, a little more WCW, ECW Japan style. With digging the knee into Neville's back and head. That was good stuff. Had some dueling chants. It was a well-worked match. It was on par with the match they had at Beast in the East last year, where Jericho won. Jericho winning here didn't bother me so much. He has delivered better performances. The problem is I fear that Jericho's just about done. He's been a good part of Raw, since coming back. But even though he's been entertaining, he has the ability to reinvent himself. I'm fearing that he's just about done. Maybe by Mania 33 he's about done. But still, Neville versus Jericho was a fine match and a good opener. Dana should not talk. Just don't talk. Dana, do not talk. Do not talk at all. There were so many ads tonight. I mean, so many damn ads. Raw as commercials. Nia Jax versus Ion. I assume. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the young lady's name. I want more squashes. More squash matches. You can build up. You can build them up. You can put, more of these jobbers on there. Have a 1, 2, 3 kid style thing where a woman either beats Nia out of nowhere or, a guy beats Braun Strowman out of nowhere. Just have something like that, but, build it up after a while. After a couple months, you can't keep it going forever. You have it go, and then you have a jobber, somebody seemingly out of nowhere, and then build on that jobber and have a storyline like that. Do it with one of them, not both, though. You can't have both running the same thing. But still, more squashes, that's what I want. Gallows and Anderson and Dana, why was Dana dressed like a nurse? She did not make a hot nurse. No, stop it. And Dana looked like she was a really small cream filling and a white Oreo. It was really bad. Gallows and Anderson were still entertaining. Anderson seemed more comfortable on the mic and more comfortable talking, even in pre-tape promos, than Gallows does. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Still wasn't too bad, though. And then Jinder and Sammy, it is Jinder versus Ginger. It wasn't bad. Sammy's selling the ankle injury. I'm assuming that he's not hurt and he's just, kayfabing it, just selling it just to garner sympathy. Because if he really was injured and they're making him work injured, it wouldn't be the first time WWE's done it. But I think that Sammy's just doing a really good job selling. Still, why'd they bring Jinder back if they're just going to job him out? I didn't expect the guy to be a world beater or ever compete for a title, but why? I mean, I know they need jobbers, but why not just bring back other guys? I don't know. Jinder was never somebody that I necessarily invested in, but I would think that he could be used a little better than this. A little. I mean, just not to say he should have beat Sammy, but come on. I mean, we got to find a little bit better usage. You got 3 hours. You got split rosters, Raw and SmackDown. You can find more stuff for people to do. New Day and Bayley versus Gallows, Anderson, and Dana. It was fine. It was good stuff. I enjoyed how Bayley got, in a drop kick on Anderson, I believe. It was Anderson and Gallows. I think it was Anderson. It was good. It was a good match. Bayley beating Dana for the second week in a row. You're building up more tension and everything between Charlotte and Dana. Charlotte's probably getting more frustrated that her protege is not able to compete with Bayley, even though Bayley is leagues better than Dana. And Dana falling before trying to hit a drop kick. First, it looked at first like she might be trying to hit a drop kick of her own, but she didn't do a very good job, and she just fell down. So Dana, just get out. They need to send Dana back to NXT. This is not working. This experiment of her on the main roster is not working. But still, fine six-person tag match. New Day needs to lose the titles pretty soon, though. I doubt Gallows and Anderson beat them. Probably another team down the road. Maybe Enzo and Cass, which I would be fine with. Sasha, they showed clips of Sasha backstage or during an interview for the WWE Network for the Raw pre-show. This may cool her push, her asking for time off. Now, she could have legit been injured. It could have been a honeymoon thing, whatever. I really fear that this may cool her push. And, I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully Sasha gets a chance to maybe win the title back by TLC or the Rumble. But they need to have Bayley and Sasha compete at Mania for the title. Provided neither one gets injured, that's a match that people need to see. That would be a great match if you could build to. Have Bayley win the title in October. Survivor Series, Sasha loses, against Bayley. Or maybe they have her lose at TLC and Charlotte does a rematch and Sasha gets frustrated. She can't beat Bayley and snaps and turns heel. You could do that because Bayley is such an organic babyface, and it would work pretty well. And it would be a great Mania match. That's another fancy booking for another day. Bayley got a huge chance. Charlotte just really seems uncomfortable talking. She just does. And, I mean, she wasn't using any lines that were any more cliched than other people have used. But Charlotte isn't horrible. She's just not great on the mic. She's good in the ring, not great on the mic. It just seems like she's not sure of herself. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just seeing something that's not there. Cesaro and Sheamus, it wasn't bad, but I don't have any desire to see potentially 5 more matches after this of this series. And the ring post spot where it looked like, Cesaro took a ring post to the ass. Ow. That looked like it hurt. But Sheamus getting the win, okay, whatever. So Cesaro had won 2 matches before the series started. Sheamus is up 2-0. Okay, not my favorite necessarily, not my favorite result. I guess it sort of makes sense because you have Cesaro fight back from underneath. But here's the thing. If Sheamus wins the next match, what could be next week, could be in a couple weeks, you're going to have Cesaro basically go 4-0 to win the whole thing. I would have Cesaro win a match, the third match, Sheamus wins the next match, and then Cesaro wins 3 straight. And you could have that, and that would be fine. But not my favorite choice, but whatever. Sheamus at least gets a credible win here and, focuses on the injured back of Cesaro. And it was still a well-worked match. It was on par with their SummerSlam match. But we've seen these matches before. And again, 5 more potential matches between these guys, which it probably will be. I'm not too excited about it. Mr. Fuji video package was really good, as I said before in the beginning. That was really good stuff. Mr. Fuji is sorely missed. Thankfully got inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. Manny Yokozuna, Powers of Pain, Demolition, Berserker. Wouldn't really focus on the Berserker, but he was great. He was great with his humor, and he was a good talent in the ring back in the 70s. So good for him. It was really nice that they did a video package for him, and good that he got in the WWE Hall of Fame before he passed away. Got to give a good moving speech. Even though he was in failing health at that point, he still delivered a good speech, and it was really nice to hear him say Banzai one more time on a big stage. Braun versus, I assume, Max Moon 2. I think he was called Americano, actually. He was not the coffee drink. Max Moon 2 is what I'll call him, though. I want more squashes. More. That was kind of cool. Then he demasked him. The way the hair looked, I thought it was Eugene for a second, and then I realized, no, Max Moon 2 is actually good. Cruiserweights in 3 weeks. Yes. Can't be any happier about that. That is going to be good stuff. Look, Stephanie and Heyman, this segment, Stephanie makes me want to go to sleep. She just does. She can't decide whether she's a heel or a face. I don't care about either. Now, she's not horrible. She's the heir to the McMahon throne. Yay, yippee. Maybe this means she might be off TV. Hopefully that'll happen. I'd be all for it. But she delivered her lines fine, but it went on a little too long. Heyman came out throwing singles at Stephanie. It's like she was trying to go back to his stripper days or something. I don't know what the hell was going on. Maybe it was an ECW payoff that Heyman had been keeping all this time. But still, Heyman got big cheers. It's set up fine for, I guess, maybe possibly Lesnar versus Shane. which would be a horrible idea. Do not do that match. It's not that Shane can't still go in the ring, but having him face Lesnar would not be a good idea. KFC plug before Titus versus Titan, or Titus versus Darren. Nice subtle racism there, Vince. I don't care about this match. I don't care. End this goddamn feud. Darren wins out of nowhere, and Titus attacks him, which means this feud still isn't over. Now, Bob Backlund, I like him. I wish that Titus maybe could get a tag partner. Put him with Jinder Mahal versus Darren and Backlund at the next pay-per-view at Clash of the Champions. I mean, even though you're supposed to have championship matches, have that on the kickoff show. I mean, why not? Have Backlund in the ring. If Backlund can get cleared, even at 67, I think he can still deliver a decent performance. I mean, to get something out of this, even though I don't have any desire to see this feud go on for another month. Owens, Reigns, Rollins, Big Cass, Universal Title 4-way elimination match. This was well worked. This was what the match at Mania 2000, WrestleMania 16 should have been, with Foley, Big Show, Rock, and Triple H. This is what it should have been. It should have been fast-paced, well done. It was given a good amount of time. It was given like about 30 solid minutes. and so first off, the reactions initially, Reigns got booed. Mixed reaction a little bit, but more boos. Good pop for all three other guys, especially Owens. Owens got the biggest pop, I think. You had Big Cass have a really good showing. He got eliminated first. Now, I thought Rusev was going to come out and attack Reigns. He didn't. Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. But Big Cass had a really, really good showing. He got eliminated first, but it took a couple big, few big moves to eliminate him. That is how you build up a guy credible even in defeat. Big Cass will be fine. He will get his moment at Mania 33, possibly SummerSlam next year. I'm all for that. Big Cass could have a slow build, and it could work really, really well. So that was good stuff. Big Cass really did look like a star without being too overexposed. He looked like he belonged with these guys without looking nervous. It really was a good performance. And then you're down to the 3, you got a commercial break, whatever. Like Reigns is on the outside, and suddenly Triple H, of all people, jumps out. From I don't know where the hell he came from. I don't know if he came down the ramp. I don't know if he came through the crowd. I don't know.
He left through the crowd.
Did he leave through the crowd? Okay, that was kind of off the thing. Did he leave through the crowd? See, the camera didn't catch it. I kind of was like, I was freaking out because I'm like, only seen Triple H on the CWC like what? I think it was 2 weeks ago when he, 2-3 weeks ago when he offered, Cedric Alexander raised his hand and pulled him back to say, let's talk. Other than that, he hasn't been on WWE TV since Mania 32. I mean, he wrestled in the European tour, but, that never happened. Shut up. That was great, though. He attacked Reigns. Pedigree, my God. He pep talks Rollins, throws him in. 1, 2, 3. Reigns gets eliminated second. Now, I was fine with that. Reigns certainly did not deserve the Universal title at all. And I knew it was coming. I knew the instant that he was pep talking Rollins and Rollins covered Reigns, I said, I know what's happening. He's going to attack Rollins. Throws Owens in the ring. Looks like he's going to, pedigree Owens. Boom to Rollins, pedigree. Owens looks shocked. 1, 2, 3. Owens is the new Universal Champion. I was freaking out. One, I wanted Owens to win. I really wanted Owens to win, but I didn't think they would. Even with Balor's injury, there were rumors that Owens was going to feud with Balor anyway after into Clash of Champions. And maybe Owens would have beat him for the title, I don't know, maybe the next month at Hell in a Cell or whatever. That would have been fine. Owens winning here, huge shock. I really, really hope they keep the title on Owens at least till December. At least give him a 3 to 4 month, about 3.5 month reign. Give him that. Owens winning, though, was a pop. That was a huge pop, a huge shock. My God, it was incredible. I'm so happy for Kevin Owens. Looked like he was about to cry. And I don't blame him. He's really dedicated himself to his craft. He really does everything for his family. It was great. Owens is a tremendous wrestler, tremendous talent, and is, like I said, dedicated to what he does. So it's great. It's great to see him finally capture a title, even though it looks like Lady Gaga's meat dress. It does look like a horrible title, but still, it was fun. So anyway, overall, I will give the main event a 9 out of 10 for the shock factor. And actually, to be honest, it was a pretty damn good main event. It was actually it was close to 10 out of 10. In fact, I might even bump it to a 10 out of 10 only because Owens winning was such a shock. But, you know, overall, I'd say 9 out of 10 for the action. There really weren't any botches. It was really a well-done four-way, but I'll say 10 out of 10, maybe 11 out of 10 for Owens winning. That was great stuff. Overall, I will give this Raw a B+, even despite what I said about, you know, Titus and Darren and Stephanie and Heyman, that kind of stuff. The squash matches and other stuff is still good. It was a well-paced Raw, but the third hour is starting to kill them, like really bad. Even in this one, it wasn't a perfect Raw, but it was certainly a very good Raw. It was leagues better than the last few weeks. So good on WWE. Hopefully Owens gets a chance to be the champion at least for a few months. Maybe to the Rumble. I'm not saying he needs to hold it to Mania, even though that would be ideal. That would be kind of cool. Balor could win it from him there. But Owens at least deserves a 3-month reign. 3 to 4 months. So anyway, that is my review. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Regardless, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Share it. Follow me on Twitter at the link in the description. This is Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I am John Ritlin, and I'll see you soon.